Hey everybody, how's it going? Okay, I am like a minute early, but I figured that's okay because we're all just trying to get to bed a little early, right? I've got both my boys asleep, and so I was like, all right, this is my chance to hop on and get things going. So I'm super excited to be showing you guys all things mascara tonight. My name is Chandler Larson, if you're not familiar with me. And I am a mascara beauty artist, and Maskcara is a cream-based makeup company. It's not mascara for your eyelashes. And so I'm gonna kind of just walk you guys through it. So if you're hopping on, say hi, tell me where you're tuning in from. If you're catching the replay, make sure to do hashtag replay. We're still doing giveaway entries. So, yay, Elizabeth's here. Okay, hi Elizabeth. I know where she is. But, okay, so, all right, I'm just gonna go ahead and get started. I don't wanna like linger too long. I know people are busy and everything. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you guys my compact first. So when you buy some product, what you're gonna do is if you get 4 tins, you get a compact for free. And the free compact is called a quad, which makes sense because 4 tins fit in it. So this is kind of what it'll look like. You can just like pop the tins in and out. You will get your tins separately. They will come with a lid, and you just pop the lid off, and then the compacts are magnetic. So you just stick it right on in there, and it's like easy peasy. So that's kind of like how your setup will look like. Everything is truly customizable. So when you get color matched with me, there's a link pinned at the top of the group. Or you can just comment below, like comment color match if you want a color match. And I will get you custom colors for your face, which is really cool just because you're truly spending your money on things that only you need. And it's just really nice. And then if you need a replacement, you can just pop it out, pop it back in. Super easy, really affordable. Lip and cheeks last like forever. So you probably won't swap those out too much. But anyways, so that's like our basic starter kit, and then we do have compacts that go all the way up to what we call a double decker. Now, a double decker is kind of exactly what it sounds like. You just open it up. It's got a lot more space. You can see I can fit little tins and long tins in here. I've even got an empty space. And then on the bottom, this is where I keep all of my like eyeshadows, my setting powder, illuminator, all of those things. So I like to keep my creams and my powders separate, and it's really, really nice. Like literally my whole face with eyes, eyebrows, lips, and options is all right here. It's so, so convenient. And so it's just taking your big old makeup bag or your drawers full of makeup and putting it into one customized palette, which is really cool. I'm not gonna do an eyeshadow look tonight, but I do wanna show you guys my compact really quick. It's just so nice because it's the same concept. Like you're not buying a palette and only using like 2 colors. You're literally just popping the colors that you want in and out. You can swap them out. You can order whatever ones that you want and just stick it in here. It's seriously so, so cool. I can't even tell you how much money I've spent on like naked palettes or like whatever else is out there, and I've only used like 3 of the colors, and I spent like 75 bucks on it. Like such a waste. So here, and also they're larger, like gram size. Anyways, I won't get into it too much, but okay. So now I'm gonna kind of go into what we call a hack, and hack stands for highlight and contour. And so traditionally, makeup is a liquid foundation, you know, bronzer, blush, all of the things. So we obviously have that same concept, but the difference is our 3D foundation makes up your foundation. So there's like 3 elements. So you have a main highlight, a brightener highlight, and your contour, and that makes up your foundation. And then you're adding in extras like bronzer, lip and cheek colors, and illuminator. So I'll walk you guys through it as I'm going along. I am just going to grab my double-ended brush. All of our brushes are double-ended. I know I did a post just a little bit ago about these. They're seriously like the best. Like if anything, just buy a brush because it is a game changer. Obviously the brushes are designed for cream makeup, so they're gonna work best with cream makeup, but they're totally fine to work with anything else. Okay, so I do have to grab my other compact, but this is just another design. I love how pretty they are. You can have something like busy and gorgeous like this. Like, look at this packaging. That's so crazy. Or you can have something really soft and subtle. These are one of our metallic designs, but this is also a double decker. This one's just kind of empty. But anyways, okay. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to dip into my main highlight, which is Candlelit. And I'm just gonna take a little bit, I don't even know if you can kind of see it on there. There's literally the tiniest amount on there with my Buffy brush. And I am just going to stipple this right under my eye. I'm starting in the inner corner, just kind of stippling it out. You can see that sharp line I'm making, just following that natural line from the end of my eye. Wow, words are hard. Okay, and I'm just stippling it on really softly. The skin underneath our eyes is really rigid, really fragile and thin. So you don't want to be too harsh on it. You want to make sure you're taking care of it and just really kind of just stippling it in. This is also going to help it, you know, like, I don't want to say settle into your skin because it's not going to settle into your skin and like be cakey and gross, but it just, you know, blends in, melts onto your skin. So now I'm just going around my nose, kind of in between my eyebrow here, and then I'm just like fanning it out a little bit. And then I'm gonna go around my mouth and along my jawline. And that is all I'm gonna do for my highlight. So, highlight is supposed to be highlighting key areas of your face. So the places of your face where the sun naturally, or where light naturally hits, right? So that's why you're doing it like under your eyes, because you want brightness under your eyes. You want to make your eyes pop. You want to make them stand out, right? So that's why we're just doing the highlight in the areas of the face that we want to highlight. Now what we're going to do is we're going to flip over our brush to the smaller end. I feel like, there we go. My lighting was a little crazy. We're going to go over to the smaller end and dip it into our contour color here. This is called Henna. And for contour, what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of find my cheekbone. And there's like this invisible line from the top of your ear all the way down to the corner of your mouth. And that's kind of where your cheekbone is. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my brush and I'm just going to follow that line. I'm right on top of it and just ever so slightly below it. It's really hard to tell, but obviously like I can feel it as I'm putting it on, and the same will go for you for when you're applying it. So I'm just following that natural kind of invisible line. I'm just kind of swiping it on just to get the color on, and then I'm going to press it in just to get the color to move where I want it to. And then I'm going to do my forehead. I just typically follow my hairline. There's totally different ways to contour your forehead, but I don't do anything too crazy. I just follow my hairline and just kind of bring it down like, I don't know, quarter or like halfway or so. And yes, it's supposed to look this crazy and it's supposed to look this messy. I promise it'll all come together in the end. Okay, and then for nose contour, I'm just getting the contour, I don't know if you can see it, just right on the edge of my brush. And then very softly, you want to have a really soft hand. I am just going to start at the base of my nose and create a line on top of my nose. I just posted a video on my Facebook group about nose contour tips and tricks. So if anybody is interested in joining that and learning more, definitely go check it out. It's a really good video. And then I'm just trying to keep it really straight. I have you can't tell right now because my nose contour looks so good, but I have like a weird shaped nose, like right here. You can kind of tell a little bit, it like curves out. And so it's hard to like not follow where my nose naturally goes. So that's why it's good to have a really soft, light hand. You don't want to be trying to like draw a line on your nose. You just really want to be super soft and subtle. So this is probably the longest part of my routine that I do. And then sometimes I just kind of take the excess and just bring that tip of my nose to a V shape. Okay, now we're gonna go in and do what we call our brightener. So brightener is basically a highlight color that is a couple of shades lighter than your main highlight color. So this is called linen, and you'll see the difference. So same thing, I'm just gonna stipple it on, starting in my inner corner. I'm gonna kind of bring it up along the edge of my nose just a little bit, following that same line out that follows my eye, just that corner there. And then I'm still gonna bring it down all the way almost to like my nostril. That is such a critical thing, you guys. If you are keeping your brightener, or I guess like a concealer, if you're keeping it right up here, it's called a tight line, all that's gonna do is accentuate the bags under your eyes even more. Because remember, a brightener is enhancing like the brightness on your face, right? So see the difference, the brightener versus this side. Like this still looks fine, this still looks great, but it's so much more elevated when you add the brightener. Now watch what I'm doing here. So I'm just gonna put this just right under my eye where I think I need to have the bag under my eye. And do you see how it's just, because it's just brightening right there, that it just looks weird. And it almost looks like I have a bag under my eye, which is what I'm trying to cover up. So that's why it's super important to make sure you're bringing it all the way down, so you're not getting that like look. Okay, so and then I'm just gonna do my T-zone. I'm gonna use my finger for the bridge of my nose just because it's so thin. I really want that to just stay that way. My Cupid's bow. Your Cupid's bow is this little divot in your nose, or in your nose, in your mouth. Okay, so these are the 3 elements of 3D foundation that make up your foundation. Now, I'm going to do blush, just wait, but I'm gonna blend this out first. There's 2 different ways that you can blend. You can blend with a brush. I highly recommend, this is called the Blush and Bronzer brush. It's amazing. Or you can, of course, use a perfector sponge. I did not get my perfector sponge damp before I came in here, so I'm gonna use a brush. And I actually kind of like the brush more. So I'm gonna start in the lighter colored areas of my face. And blending is important because obviously we don't want any of these harsh lines, so you'll see as they disappear. And then also what it's going to do is it's gonna pick up any excess makeup. It's okay to blend out your makeup, and like you're going to be a little heavy-handed at first. Like you're just going to be. It takes a little bit of a practice, and there's a little bit of an adjustment period, and that's okay. But so typically people go a little bit more heavy-handed than normal. So by blending it out, you're also picking up any excess makeup. So what it's happening is your perfector sponge or your brush is going to be picking up the excess, but still leaving what should be there, like this contour, for example. So I'm just kind of brushing in an upward motion, just trying to be really, really soft. I'm using the smaller end of this brush. It's a little bit more dense. It's not quite as fluffy, but you can tell there's no more line on my forehead anymore. And it's just, when I'm brushing in an upward motion, even if I were brushing too harshly, it's still gonna be pulling the makeup up, brushing it softly up rather than down. So that's just another little trick. And then for my nose, same thing, just really softly buff everything out. So you can tell that those lines are still there, but it definitely doesn't look as intense. It looks a lot more natural. Okay? Like so easy, right? And we're not even done. Okay, so next we're just gonna do a little bit of blush. I'm gonna use Summer Love. It's a really pretty soft pink. Our blushes are super pigmented, so a little goes a long way. And this is just a really neutral, soft, pinky tone. Whoa, I think I accidentally got a little bit of my highlight there, but that's okay. Cream makeup, super forgiving. Boom, it's gone. So now, there we go. Just go right into the apple of my cheek. And then I like to blend mine out a little bit out to like my hairline. You definitely don't have to do that. It's just personal preference, but that's what I do. And so blush, I always get asked like, where do I put my blush? Which I think is such a funny question, but you kind of like are putting it on top of your contour a little bit. Like you want them to blend together, right? So make sure that you're, you know, blending it as you go. So see how that just kind of looks like one cohesive base, like it just looks more natural, like a second skin. That's kind of what you're going for. Okay, so now if you wanted to, you could add bronzer. I'll do a little bit of illuminator just to show you. So illuminator is what the traditional makeup world calls highlight. So this is what you put like in the key high points of your face, like where the light naturally hits. This one's called Glamazing. I like to use this one in tutorials because it shows up so well on camera. And this one's definitely like, if you're going for something like, whoa, bam, Glamazing is for you. But there's so many really pretty ones that are a little bit more subtle. Glamazing is a powder illuminator, and I feel like they're a little bit like more dramatic. Whereas I feel like our creams are, if you're looking for something a little bit more subtle and soft. So I'm just putting it on the tops of my cheekbones, and then like where I want my little button nose to be. And then down the bridge of my nose, and then just my Cupid's bow again. And then really quick, I'm just going to do that same Summer Love on my lips because everything is very versatile and they're called lip and cheeks for a reason because you can put them on your lips or your cheeks. And that is it. That is your basic hack. Super simple, and like, look how good that looks. I wish I wasn't going to bed right now. But it's seriously just that simple, you guys. I'll post a before and after picture so you guys can see the difference. But I love how natural it is. My face doesn't feel sticky. It's like, I don't know, it's just soft to the touch. It's really hydrating. I seriously love it. So I should, oh my goodness. I will show you what I used real quick to recap. So I used my double-decker compact. We have tons of different compact designs, and you can earn them for free based on how many tins you order. And a tin is everything. Like there's really nothing that doesn't come in a tin. So anything qualifies. And then I used the Buffy brush to apply my highlighter, brightener, and contour. And then I used the blush and bronzer brush to apply, well, to blend and then to do my lip and cheek. And then I used the multitasker brush to do my lip color. You can totally also use your finger, that's totally fine. I don't like to get sticky, so I use the brush. But, okay, that is everything. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any questions, please let me know, comment below. If you need a color match, make sure to comment color match in this video, or just go ahead and fill out the form that I have posted. But thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have a great night, and we look forward to tomorrow.